Today is October 26, 2007. ICANN statement for today is the same one that we've had over the last couple of days, talking about foreign policy, United States foreign policy in Latin America, including Central America, the Caribbean, and also South America, with a focus on South America today. The notes that we took over Cuba, we talked a little bit about Fidel Castro. Then we skipped to CARICOM, and what that means essentially is just a NAFTA type agreement, economic agreement in the Caribbean area. Issues and challenges of Central America and the Caribbean. And then we talked about how there's kind of a line here between this part of South America and this part of South America. This part of South America would be Spanish speaking, whereas this part would be Portuguese. The reason is because of this. In 1494, there's an agreement that really divided South America between those two powers, Spain and Portugal. None of this stuff had to be copied down. We also said that just like in Mexico and in Central America, revolutions didn't really change anything, at least the first round of revolutions. The most developed, strongest economies would be these five. I told them to make sure that they remember those. Mercosur is kind of like CARICOM, kind of like NAFTA. We also talked about the significance of one-third of the population of Chile lives in or around Santiago, and one-third of Peru lives in or around Lima. Then we finished with issues and challenges 1 through 4. All these things are not short answer questions, they are just multiple choice. After that, I provided a study guide. Everything that is on the test will be on this study guide. Now, not everything on the study guide will appear on the test. There's more stuff on the study guide than on the actual test on Friday. But they have 3 days, well, today and tomorrow anyway, to continue to work on this particular study guide. We had about 15-20 minutes in class, kind of depending on the class, 15-20 minutes to work on this, so there should be no problems whatsoever on this test. I also told them that these 3 questions were grouped together as a matching section, so we would have to, on the test on Friday, match the United States, Sandinistas, and Contras in terms of what was their role in the Iran-Contra affair. So for example, a question might be, this group was communist. Then they would match that with Sandinistas. This group supported the Contras. They would match that with the United States. Same thing happens with just these 4. Ortega is not part of this matching section. The matching section A, B, C, and D. These also on the test on Friday. An example might be, who was the person who shredded the documents with his secretary? Match that with Oliver North. Who was the director of the CIA at the time of all of this? Was William Casey, those kinds of things. Everything else is right here. You can pause it as you need to. This is the Panama Canal and part of Mexico. This finishes up Mexico, Honduras, Dominican Republic, and Haiti. And this is just kind of everything else, just almost a hodgepodge of everything else. Now questions 6 through 13. This would be from the notes today, directly off the notes today. Questions 1 through 5. These are things that we discussed before we talked about the Iran-Contra affair. So you have all kinds of things to do. I've got a sub tomorrow in class. I'm not sure who that is yet, but the sub knows what to do, knows what to expect. If they allow you to listen to your iPods and all that other junk while you work, that's fine, but it's up to them. They're in charge of the classroom, so they make the decisions. If they want you to work independently, that's fine too. It's again up to the sub. And if they want to play a review game with you, I've left instructions for that. So any of those are options completely left up to the substitute. Please be respectful. Again, our trait for the month is respect. So let's put that into practice tomorrow. I know that I won't have a problem in a vast majority of these classes, hopefully in none of the classes. So the point is, I'm not going to be here for the review tomorrow. So you've got a lot of work to do. And on Friday, we're going to jump right into the test. So if you have any questions, you need to come and see me before school on Friday morning. So if you missed today, you missed a lot.